It would turn out to be a dramatic and enthralling third round of the Emirates Australian Open Championship at Royal Sydney. And one of the big movers was Jake Higginbottom, who shot a 6 under par round of 66, thanks in part to this, an eagle at 16. And the young man has made great strides up towards the top of the leaderboard. But this man, not so young, but experienced, Geoff Ogilvy, was the one who made the biggest strides of all. Started off with a couple of birdies and then produced this tee shot at 6 on what was a blistering outward 9 for the past champion. Aaron Baddeley too, speaking of past champions, also got things going. This is his third shot at the par 5 second, 504 metres. The whole location in the centre of the green. Aaron dancing it around and making a birdie there and making up ground on the rest of the field. Ogilvy, though, was sublime in just about every area of the game. Difficult little pitch from a difficult yardage at the 8th. And he set that up for another birdie. And then one hole later on, this was for an outward 9 of 30. And he'd made giant strides towards the top of the leaderboard. And it was turning into a day to remember. Adam Scott off to a flying start, drove it in the trap at the par 4 first, and then with the long bunker shot showed brilliant touch. He was able to make birdie at the first, able to make birdie at the second, but it got tough for him after that. Speaking of making birdie at the first, Rod Pampling, a winner in the States a couple of weeks ago, was able to do just that. And things were looking good early on for the 47-year-old. Perhaps the most entertaining player to watch today, Ryan Fox, the 29-year-old from New Zealand, walked onto the third tee with good feelings because he'd made birdie there on Thursday, birdie on Friday, and came up with another birdie on Saturday. Our headline act, Jordan Spieth, put together a wonderful stretch in the holes between 12 and 14, dancing it all around the pin with his approaches. And that was the first of 3 birdies on the bounce for Jordan, and a round of 68 sees him well placed for a second Australian Open crown. But what a way to finish for Geoff Ogilvy. After the day that he'd had, he put together a string of pars at the start of the back 9, made birdie at 16. This was his approach to the final hole, and it was spectacular. And he made that birdie for an 8 under par round of 64. Aaron Baddeley is going to be playing with him tomorrow after his 67. This is his second shot to 15. He was able to make birdies on the way in at 13, 15 and 18 to be in the last group. And Adam Scott also put the foot down towards the end of the round. This his second shot at the 15th as well. Like Baddeley, able to set up a birdie. And at 4 shots back, Adam Scott is still very much a chance of adding his second Australian Open crown as well. But Ryan Fox might have something to say about that. This brilliantly entertaining day getting towards its close with this, the third shot at the par 5 16th. And that was on the way to a 1 under par 71 for the 29-year-old from New Zealand. And so what a great leaderboard it is as we head towards the final day. It is Geoff Ogilvy who takes a 2-shot lead into the last round at Royal Sydney. Aaron Baddeley looking for another title. Jordan Spieth looking for another title. So 3 past winners at the top. Ryan Fox looking for his biggest moment in golf. Rod Pampling looking for his first national crown. Jake Higginbottom and Jason Scrivener and Lucas Herbert and Adam Scott and James Nitties all still in there with a hope at the Emirates Australian Open.